Hey, good people, is struggling with diabetes. Standing tall, yes, we are. We're standing tall. So I just finished my walkout. Got in a good 2 miles, maybe 2 miles plus. And so feeling a little bit better. But I still got to get to what Happy Gilmore says, my special place. So I'm encouraged. And my whole my walkout, I was listening to Note to Myself. And it helped me. And it's helping me. So I'm happy about that. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the idea that I'm proud of the whole work that I'm doing with struggling with diabetes. I wish, sometimes I wish I had this type of motivation when I first discovered I was living with type 2 diabetes. But all things happen in time. It happens at the time it's supposed to happen. I'm better aware of things now than I was then. Go back and listen to a couple of my vids in story time and backstories. And there I discuss, or I tell the story of how I first discovered I had type 2, and then the things that came with that package. It didn't come by itself. Oh, it was a whole lot of other stuff that came with it. But had I been in this space, say, 30 plus years ago, I really believe I would have been in position to help my dad. He struggled. That's where I get the name from. He struggled with diabetes. And he tried to do everything that he thought was right. Back then, when he was first diagnosed with diabetes, this was in the 70s and 80s. The resources then was nothing compared to the resources now. And he just didn't know. And so you live, a long period of time not knowing, and you doing what you think is helping, and those things are really worsening your situation. And you're going by the healthcare professionals who really didn't know, or they didn't know enough. And it wasn't enough, like I said, resources. So, back in the day, folk with type 2 diabetes, the consensus was just don't eat any sugar and you're good. I remember my aunties and uncles, grandparents, they used to, sit around, talking about, well, no, I didn't eat any cake today, or I didn't eat any pie, and so my sugar is okay. Things like that. And here comes the 80s when, they were now pricking their fingers, every hour or every half hour, and still struggling with the high sugar responses and not understanding why is it still high, not understanding the process of your liver, the organ, your liver, and then carbohydrates and all of that other stuff, and just thinking, well, I didn't have any cookies, I didn't have any cake, not considering the coffee or the soda pop, and they just didn't know, no fault of theirs. They were resourcing as much as they could, but even, like I said, the health professionals, they would tell you only so much, but they didn't know themselves. A lot of them had type 2 diabetes. So I'm just saying, I'm glad, that technology is where it is now. The resources that we have available, they're here now, and I'm sure things are going to get even better in times to come. Does that mean it's not hard now? No, man. Type 2 diabetes is a struggle. And I know I don't, when I line myself up with other people who have type 2 diabetes and they're in, their condition is really, really bad, because they didn't do anything, or they're not doing anything to combat, what they're dealing with. They're just taking the sentence and lying down, or looking at it as a sentence and just lying down. I say, hell no. I'm not going to give up my get up. I could get up. I'm not going to lay there and just say, you know what? Come on with it. No, I'm going to look at stuff, research stuff, go online, go to the library, get some books. I know it takes a lot of time. It does. But that's all we got right now. We don't have anything else. We have time until you don't have time. And that's why I decided to put up this website and this YouTube channel, Struggling with Diabetes, because through my experience, maybe I don't get everything right. Maybe I don't get all of the answers. But if I could either inspire someone, empower someone, or even someone is impacted by my story, it may help them. Told you my theme, my motto is no hype, no filters, just help. That's all I want to do. First, starting with me, helping myself, putting on my oxygen mask first, and then reaching out. So anyway, I didn't mean to go in this direction, not at all. But as I said earlier, I knew it was one of them days. We all have them. Last couple of days I had sloppy workouts. And I know it. I'm being transparent. I'm not trying to make it seem like, every day is a championship day. I'm getting my miles in, and I'm getting my exercise on, and I'm getting, eating right, and I'm, getting enough sleep, and I'm doing my regular job. I'm getting that in too. No, every day is not like that. And that's with no one. Don't be fooled. Don't let anyone, fool you and make you think, oh man, you're a sucker because you can't get this done. You can't get this No, we're on a trajectory to be better. And in being better, sometimes we gotta fall. Sometimes we don't make the cut. Sometimes we don't win. But just because we don't win doesn't mean we lose. I'll say it again. Just because we don't win doesn't mean we lose. We lose when we stop. And it's not over. If you stop and it's not over, that means you quit. If you stop and it's not over, that means you quit. We're not quitting. We're not quitting. Go listen to Note to Myself, Don't Give Up Your Get Up. Right now I'm talking to myself, but you're being privy to this conversation. Note to myself, don't give up your get up. Go check that out. I'll link it below. All right, that's it for today. I'll see you in another one. Take care. Bye for now.